If you ever get an anonymous text message offering you 10 grand for a simple delivery, smash your phone. Seriously, throw it in the ocean and run the other way. 3 hours ago, I thought this message was a miracle, a literal gift from God to save my family. Now I'm sitting in the pitch-black woods, clutching a bag of blood money, praying I survive the night. It started in a hospital waiting room. The worst Tuesday of my life. My little sister was hooked up to monitors, her breathing shallow, her face pale. The doctor had just pulled my mom into the hallway, and through the glass, I watched my mom collapse into a chair, burying her face in her hands. She was sobbing, completely destroyed. The hospital was cutting off her treatment. The insurance refused to cover the emergency surgery, and we needed $10,000 by tomorrow morning, or they were discharging her. We had nothing. No savings, no rich relatives, nothing. I sat there staring at my phone, feeling completely useless, watching my mom break down. And then, my phone buzzed. Unknown number, no name, just one sentence. I know about your sister. Need a package moved. 2 hours of driving, $10,000 cash. Tonight. Reply with yes if you're in. My brain went completely numb. I didn't care who sent it. I didn't care how they knew. I didn't think about the risks or the laws or whether it was a trap. When you're staring at your mother crying and your sister dying, you don't care about the rules. It wasn't about being stupid or greedy. I was backed into a corner with a gun to my head. I typed yes and sent it within 3 seconds. 5 minutes later, a set of GPS coordinates dropped into my inbox. The old warehouse district down by the docks. The docks look like a graveyard at night. No streetlights, just thick fog and the heavy smell of rotting wood. I pulled up, my headlights cutting through the mist, my hands shaking on the steering wheel. And there he was. A quiet guy in a black hoodie, waiting in the shadows. He walked straight up to my passenger window, tossed a heavy black duffel bag onto the seat, and dropped a thick paper envelope on top. I could see the green edges of $100 bills. 10 grand. Exactly what we needed. The exact price of my sister's life. The guy leaned close to the glass. His voice was stone cold, sending a shiver right down my spine. Do not open the bag, he said. Do not look inside. Just drive to the drop-off. Before I could even nod, he stepped back into the darkness and vanished. I shoved the envelope deep into my jacket pocket, threw the car into drive, and hit the gas. For the first 20 minutes, I felt a massive wave of relief. I was actually going to save her. I was going to walk into that hospital at 8 a.m., hand them the cash, and fix everything. And then I heard it. A muffled buzzing sound. It wasn't my phone. It was coming from deep inside the closed duffel bag. My stomach instantly dropped. The guy said never to open it. But the buzzing wouldn't stop, vibrating against the passenger seat like a countdown. My heart was pounding against my ribs. I unzipped the bag just enough to slide my hand inside and pulled out a cheap, glowing burner phone. There was a text message on the screen from an unlisted number. It read, "They found us. It's a setup. Throw the bag out and run. They are tracking the car." Before my brain could even process the words, a pair of blinding headlights slammed into my rearview mirror. A massive black SUV appeared out of nowhere, tailing me inches from my bumper. They didn't turn on any sirens. They weren't cops. They rammed my rear bumper hard enough to send my car fishtailing across the wet asphalt. I slammed on the gas, my engine screaming in protest as I tried to keep the car on the road. The burner phone in my lap suddenly started ringing. I picked it up, and a calm, cruel voice came through the speaker. "Pull over, kid. You're driving a dead man's car." I didn't think. I just reacted. I yanked the wheel, pulled hard into a dirt road leading into the forest, and killed the headlights. I grabbed the bag, threw myself out of the car, and ran into the pitch-black woods. I hid behind a massive oak tree, holding my breath, pressing the bag to my chest. In the distance, I heard their heavy car doors slam, footsteps crunching in the mud. They were coming into the trees. They were looking for me. It's been 3 hours. I'm still sitting here in the dark, shivering from the ice-cold rain, paralyzed by fear. The woods are quiet now, but I can't go back to my car. My own phone just lit up in my hand with a text from that unknown number. It says, "We see your footsteps in the mud. See you soon." If you ever find a black bag, please just run.